Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of about to say my other show. Let's argue. Tonight's topic is: can you be with someone who has chronic health issues? Can you be with someone who has chronic health issues? I'm not talking about you were already with someone and then they develop chronic health issues. I'm talking about date someone with chronic health issues. Can you do that? What does that look like? Have you dated someone with chronic health issues? Was that the reason that you broke up or stopped seeing one another because of the chronic health issues? I mean, I know that can be. I've never dated anyone with chronic health issues, but I imagine that has to be a heavy, for lack of a better word, burden to bear. Just caring for my mother, who had a lot of health issues. That was a you know, that was a lot, and then see her in the state that she was in, and health kind of declining and stuff like that. So that's a lot. And I mean, Karen, that was my mom. Of course, it was no question what I was gonna do there, but being with someone you not necessarily um, don't have that type of an affinity for or that level of love for, like how does that work? Let's see here. I should have did this beforehand. Let's see here. So, so can you date? Could you? That's what we're gonna say. Could you date someone with I can type chronic health issues? All right. So it is, could you date someone with chronic health issues? That is today's topic today. What does that look like? Have you ever dated someone with chronic health issues? If you're tuning in live, go ahead and hit the hashtag I'm outside, let's argue, whether you're tuning in from Facebook or YouTube. So I want to hit your thoughts on today's subject. We had a very robust conversation last week, which is very interesting. Let's hope we can repeat that process today. What game are we going to play today? I think I'm going to stick with Out of Bounds. We're going to do Out of Bounds today. But I do want to get your thoughts on today's topic. Could you date someone with chronic health issues? Let me see. Hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue. What's up, DD? So I actually got this post from my cousin. She put it on her page, and I just kind of want to read what she said. Let me see. Let's see if I can find the post. Because I reposted it, but I'm trying to find it. But could you date someone with chronic health issues? And what does that look like? Like, I know that's got to be a heavy burden. I know we all, I was saying earlier that my mom was dealing with chronic health issues, but that was no doubt that I was going to be there for her no matter what. Um, Shout out to my sister, Taronda, who really kind of carried the bulk of that. load, making sure my mom got to her doctor's appointments and stuff like that. But I want to know, like, what does that look like? Can you date someone with chronic health issues? Let me see if I'm trying to find this post. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. Um, so the post read as follows. Hot tip. If you get into a committed relationship with someone that has chronic health issues, please, please, please understand that that person may not be able to do anything for themselves for weeks to months at a time, and a large burden is going to fall on you. Take the time to make sure you are able to handle it before you commit. I didn't ask for my body to fail. My favorite quote from my doctor was, "It can't really be that bad if you're still working and doing everything you do." I told him I didn't know I had a choice. Years in pain, tired, and many changes in me for no reason, no apparent reason, hiding everything from someone else, pretending to be doing better than you are until it no longer works. No matter how strong you want to be, then the moment comes when they tell you what you have. You have mixed feelings. You finally know what you have, but you don't know how to deal with it. Lack of encouragement. You want to lie down, taking medication frequently, having a whole pharmacy on top of your nightstand. Then the daily responses. Why did you get so much? Why did you get so fat? I have this great diet. I just got to go out and exercise. That once beautiful hair of yours now awful and it falls out. What happened to you? This is all true. That's why I'm sharing it. Silent and invisible diseases do exist. When you have an invisible disease, it is difficult to argue from your perspective with ignorant people. Life takes a lot of turns, tired of being told, did you go to the doctor? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? I don't know what else I can do, what else we can do for you. Yes, I try and still try everything. Doctors say this disease is forever, that I will not heal. However, we're not claiming that though. However, I'm not giving up, but I want to make others realize a gnat will not cure me, but it will help me. I am not lazy. I take medication, and it sometimes makes me sleepy. I am not angry, but sometimes cranky with pain. I struggle daily with pain, mobility problems, fatigue, criticism of my environment. Most frustratingly, people look at me and say, "It can't be that bad. You look good." Despite the fact that my body is experiencing excruciating pain everywhere, of course, I look good. I always try to look good. It is an invisible disease. These diseases affect me physically, mentally, and emotionally because rare autoimmune disease cannot be seen but feel them, but we feel them, and they are there, silent attack, but extra pain. I am looking at those who take the time to read this post. Okay, well, I don't have to go into all that, but sorry, this not meant to be a sad post, and if anybody's just tuning in, this does not relate to me. Thank you, Lord. Um, um, I'm not claiming none of this. And for those who are suffering for some of the silent diseases that are on this list, I won't go through read them all, but some of them are Graves' disease, depression, anxiety, autoimmune disease, migraines, multiple sclerosis, pulmonary hypertension, fibromyalgia, cancer, vasculitis. So those are just some of the ones. I know, Didi, it's not meant to be sad, but the topic of the show is: would you date someone that was suffering from chronic health issues? What does that look like? Everything we ain't gonna be on here turning up every time. So, but most of the time we want to get some cool subject. I mean, some cool topics. But today, I was looking for something. What I was looking for something to talk about today, and I ran across this on my cousin's page. I was like, you know what? Let's talk about that. What would that look like? Dating someone with chronic health issues. Could you do it? Is that something that you can do? Hey, what's up, cuz? Thanks for tuning in. Could you date someone with chronic health issues? And no, don't take this out of context. I'm not talking about, at least not yet, someone that you're already in a relationship with and then they developed chronic health issues. I'm referring to, could you date someone with chronic health issues? What does that look like? It's one thing to, because if we gonna keep it 100, it's not like you gotta stay there. This ain't like a child or a parent that has chronic health issues, and then you gotta be a caregiver for. We're talking about someone that, hey, you meet, and y'all start dating or whatever, and then all of a sudden, but you really hit it off, and then they tell you they got the chronic health issues. I mean, that is a heavy lift. That's a heavy lift, and I don't think there's no shame in saying, "Hey, I can't deal with that." You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's no shame. I think people would frown upon you, but at the end of the day, it's your life. Is that something that you really want to deal with? That don't mean that you and a person can't be friends, but is that someone you want to be committed to? And again, I don't want anybody taking this out of context. It's one thing to be with somebody who develops chronic health issues. It's another thing to start dating someone who you find out later has chronic health issues. So, what is your take? Could you do it? Would you do it? Let's see. Susan says, if I was younger and single, depending on the health issues, maybe. Okay. Let's see. And Dee Dee says, question, am I in love with this person? Okay. Let's say you were. Let's say you did. The person didn't divulge to you their chronic health issues, but you end up falling in love with them. Could you continue to be with this person even though you knew they were suffering from this condition that probably wasn't going to get any better? And just remember, like, that is a heavy lift. I don't know if anybody's ever cared for an ailing parent or anything like that. Dee Dee says, then I'm 10 toes down. All right, that's what's up. I hear you. I hear you, sis. My sister Dee Dee says she 10 toes down. If she falls in love with the person and she finds out they have a chronic condition, she 10 toes in. That ain't nothing wrong with that. I definitely, that's a noble gesture for sure. Hats off to you for that. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't, because again, the heart wants what the heart wants, and people can't help things that come, that happen to them, chronic diseases or whatever may have you. Some people are born like, what is it? There are certain types of diabetes. I think I want to say type 1. That's a disease that pretty much a person is going to have for the rest of their life. They're going to have health challenges. Certain types of hepatitis. So yeah, I definitely, you absolutely right, cuz that's love. That's love. Let's see. Dee Dee says, I do understand it is very hard, and I have dealt with that. I have somewhat dealt with that. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dee Dee says, I do understand it is very hard, and I have somewhat dealt with that. Absolutely, yeah. What did that look like for you? Like, what are you and this person still friends? Y'all still involved? Like, when you say you dealt with that, what do you mean you dealt with that? Was it in a relationship setting type, or is just a friend? Like, how did you deal with that? And again, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to put hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue, whether you're tuning in from Facebook or YouTube. I thank you nonetheless for tuning in to tonight's show. It's not one that we gonna probably have a whole lot of laughs or anything like that, jokes and stuff going back and forth. But I just thought I couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about, and I just happened to run across this through on one of my feeds on social media. So I was like, you know what? This might be a good subject to discuss. Oh, okay. You said it was a close friend, but you were not intimate. Okay. Are you guys still close? Yeah, that can definitely be a heavy lift to be with someone who has chronic health issues. So, you know, and I don't, one way or the other, whether you decide to, like my sis said, she 10 toes down, especially if she loves them. Excuse me, or if you decide to say, you know what, I like you, but I'm not for sure if I want to have to carry that. And there's so many things that come into play. Maybe you dealt with not dealt with someone. Maybe you had a family member or a close friend who had those same health issues, and you just didn't want to be in that space. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you had to help them through that time, and you just don't want to be in that, carry that. And again, for lack of a better word, carry that burden. So I totally get it. Okay. Oh, y'all cool? That's what's up. Yeah. So that again, that is a heavy ask. And not so much that the person who's suffering from the chronic health issues with ask, but just kind of wrestling with that in yourself. Like, dang, is this something I want to do? Is this something I should do? So it really is it's a heavy lift. It is a heavy lift, and I can't even imagine. Um, I can't even imagine. Like I said, my mom had some chronic health issues before she passed away, but there was no question of where my loyalties lie with that. I was gonna be there no matter what, or how long it took. But it's a different thing dealing with someone that you don't have that level of love for or connection with. That's something completely different. Yeah. But I just was interested to know kind of like what you guys thought, how you felt about it. Is that something that you would consider doing? Sue says, I think there are people who are built for that task. It makes them feel needed. Yeah, that might be what you would consider probably the clinical term for that would be codependent. Like they will be somebody who needs that. But you're right. There are some people who are built for that. I have to say my sister who cared for my mom before she made her transition, she was doing a lot. I don't necessarily know if it's codependency for her, but she's good at that. Like that's just that. I think that's her wheelhouse, being with caring for people. So yeah, I got a friend of mine who I used to do business with. That's her wheelhouse. She says she absolutely love it, just caring for people and in that manner. So yeah, it is. You're right. That is some people's wheelhouse. That's something they absolutely love to do. My sister was definitely good at it, and I think she, that's in her wheelhouse. That's her thing. Caring for people who are going through going through those things. So yeah, absolutely. But we are, as usual, we are going to have a little bit of fun. Tonight's we're going to play Out of Bounds. All games that we play on the show are inspired by Black game creators. Didi says, the person I am with now takes care of his mom daily, and I watch all the sacrifices for his mom, but I don't know if he could do it for someone else. Yeah, and again, I would like to say that I could, like, definitely for my wife, like, it's no question. I mean, but I'm not trying to take this out of context. I'm not saying be with somebody that you're already with, and then they start suffering from some chronic health issues, but definitely someone that maybe you just met. But I don't think it's no shame one way or the other for your man if he's caring for his mom. There's no question, as I was stating earlier, my mom, it wouldn't been no question. My mom and my grandmother, no question, I'm gonna be there to the end. But to start dating someone with some chronic health issues, that is a heavy. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but that is a heavy lift. And I don't think there's no shame. There should be any shame one way or the other if a person makes that decision not to get involved in that capacity. To say, hey, you know what? I'm praying for you, but that's not something I want to be a part of. Let's see. Hey, cuz, what's up? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate it. Don't forget, if you're just tuning in from Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and put hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue. My cousin Laura Brown says, if you love someone, you're there for them regardless. It's God's will. Absolutely. I totally agree with you, cuz you good. You are absolutely right. Somebody mentioned earlier about she posed the question, are you in love with the person? So again, if we're going to keep things in context, again, I'm not talking about someone that you're already in a relationship with and then they develop chronic health issues. I'm referring to someone, say you meet them and y'all develop a relationship and then they divulge to you they have some chronic health issues, or you find out during the course of y'all dating that they have chronic health issues. Do you stay? Do you continue to date them? Is that something that you want to take on? And again, like I said earlier, the heart wants what the heart wants. So while we're still waiting on some people to tune in, let's see. Sue says those type of people are a treasure. You're absolutely right, cuz they are an absolute treasure. They are an absolute treasure for people who that is just their wheelhouse. But we need, it takes all kind of people to make a world. We need people to take. I think honestly, and being elderly is not a chronic disease, but we need to treat our elderly with a little bit more respect. In some cultures, they are revered, and here in America, we don't value. I don't think we don't value our elderly and put them on a pedestal the way that they do in other cultures. I know in Asian cultures they're revered, and back home, I'm saying back home, but well, it is back home in the motherland. The elderly are revered. In Africa, they in certain tribes, the elderly are revered for sure. So yeah, I think we do need to give a little bit more reverence to our seniors, to our elderly here in America, and that's why one of the things I do when I celebrate Juneteenth is to pay respect to our elders at our Juneteenth celebration. I think it's important to give them their flowers now and not waiting till they're, make their transition. They can't hear you. You can't say thank you. You can't express all the things you want to express once they've made that transition. So I think it's imperative that we do that. All right, so let's play. We're going to pull a couple of cards from the game. And if you never play Out of Bounds, I'm going to explain to you how it works. So there's a word that'll be in the middle. It could be a phrase. It could be a single word. It could be a phrase, a term. There are words on the outside, and I'll show you what it looks like. So, for example, the word in the middle, if you can see it, is sister. So, and then there's words on the outside: mother, father, brother, sibling. I can't say any of those words, so I gotta come up with some other words to get you to guess the word in the middle. Again, this game is called Out of Bounds. Laura Brown said, my cousin said, if you love someone, you're there for them regardless of God. No, I'm sorry. We read that one already. Sue said, our society throw the elderly out real quick. If you're not young and making money, society ignores you. Because you are so right. You are so right about that. We pay homage to the wrong people, and I think support and big up the wrong things. Our elderly paved the way. They the ones made it possible for us to be able to do and enjoy the things that we enjoy. And again, that's why I said earlier that when we have our Juneteenth celebration, it is really big for me to pay homage to those who are not our ancestors, but also our ancestors, but our elders, like give them their flowers while they are with us. All right, so let's play some game. Let's play a couple from the game. All right, one word. So this is a noun. I'll just say that. Starts with the C. Heavy is the there. So these people are they're regal, and they wear this thing on top of their skull, top of their cranium, but they're regal, and sometimes they're referred to as Your Highness. What is it that they wear? What is it that they wear? So sometimes they're referred to as Your Highness, or yeah, Your Highness. Right, crown. There you go. All right, Sue. All right, let's do another one. So this is some place that all the ladies like to go to, like maybe just before they get ready to go out. You have your fingers, but then you also have, what are the things on the end of your fingers? Where do you go to get this stuff serviced? Yep, crown. The last one was crown. And sorry, there is a little bit of a lag. So where do you go to get? Actually, I'm gonna have to put this one away because I said one of the words. All right, let's start over from the top. All right. So this 2 words, and it's something that when you open your front door, you might run into this thing. And you used to tell the kids, stop slamming my. So when you open your front door, there might be this thing right there in front of your front door. But you used to tell the kids, stop. I know my grandma used to say this all the time, and all my cousin aunties, stop slamming my. 2 words. What is it? Sometimes you might poke a hole in it and flies get in. What is this called? It's 2 words. I'm gonna have to put the timer on y'all because y'all taking too long. Damn door. Okay, but what is it called? It's not called a damn door, Lauren, except for when you fussing, cuz. But what is it called? Not window screen. It's something else. What is it? You got the second word is right, but what is it? Lauren and cuz, y'all need to put y'all 2 words, y'all 2 ideas together. Second word, what you said, cuz, and yep, screen door. Screen door. All right. So this is along the same lines of the screen door. So this is 1 word. It's something your parents used to tell you, you better have your ass home before what? But what was it called? What was it called? Like everybody had one of these. So you might, and when you turn 16, you might be able to stay out till like 11 o'clock. But when you turn 18, you stay out a little bit longer. What was the stipulations you put on your kids? No, it's not street lights. What was it called? 1 word, start with a C. Curfew. Yeah, curfew. All right, y'all, we got 2 more before we get back to the topic. The street lights came on. All right, so this is a guy who tells jokes. He is very famous. He used to be really skinny, and then later on he got kind of buff. He liked to smoke when he on stage. What is this guy's name? Bald head, smokes cigarettes when he on stage. He's married to an Asian woman. What is this guy's name? What is his name? What is his name? All right, y'all, come on. I know y'all know who this is. Dave Chappelle. All right, here's the next one. It's something that all parents give their kids, whether they're their grandkids, whether they're their kids. David Rollins. What up, Dre? I'm about time the guys came and represented. That's what I'm talking about. So this is something that you get no matter what. Sometimes you get it when you're in when you're around your the people that you may call your cousins and stuff like that. But everybody has one. You're given one at birth. What is this called? It's actually two words. It's one word, but it's two words put together. No, this will be one word. So what is this? We're all given one at birth. Yep, nickname. There you go, cuz. All right, so today's topic is, could you date someone with chronic health issues? Dre, I'm so glad you showed up for the fellas, man. I need y'all. The ladies always show up and show out, but I need the fellas to show up. So could you date someone with chronic health issues? What does that look like? And I'm not talking about, let's not take this out of context. I'm not talking about being with someone who develops chronic issue and you're already in a relationship. I'm talking about being with someone who has chronic health issues. Say you start to date them and they don't reveal to you that they have chronic health issues, but you find out as during the course of y'all dating, they didn't tell you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But in any event, you find out that they have chronic health issues. Could you continue to date them? Would you continue to date them? Is that what's the word I'm looking for? Is that a red line? Is that what's the phrase I'm looking for? Is that is that a line in the sand? Is that like, okay, I can't do that? Would you continue to date the person if you knew that they had chronic health issues? Is that something that you would do? How does that look on you? So again, today's game is we are playing. It's called Out of Bounds. And all games are brought to you by created by Black game artists. Let's see. Loren says, yes, everybody needs someone. You're absolutely right. I truly, I don't think none of us are really meant to spend our life alone. That's just my personal belief. But you're right, cuz I do believe that everybody needs somebody. You're right. Everybody needs somebody. I know, y'all, this wasn't the most exciting topic. We're not going to laugh and poke fun at one another. But y'all can poke fun at me for maybe giving some lousy or shitty clues with the game. But I still thought it was a topic worth discussing because that is a big ask to date someone or be involved in a relationship with someone who has chronic health issues, something that they're going to pretty much deal with all their life. And it's a silent, some people have what they call silent diseases. And again, I have you to thank for this because it was on your page that I saw this when I was looking for something to talk about on today's show. But I want to kind of go back to it. I'm not going to read everything because it is a very long post. Let's see if I can find it. But yeah, so we talking about chronic diseases like hepatitis, fibromyalgia, depression, even schizophrenia, I guess, would be one of the ones you would consider a chronic disease, right? But yeah, could you date someone that has a chronic health issues? If that be would that to be something that you could do, or because I mean, again, it is a heavy lift. It's one thing to be caring for an ailing parent. Didi says, I think women are more to stay than men. Okay, let's go into that. Let's go into that, Didi. I think you raise an interesting point. You think women will stay with men who have chronic diseases longer than a man will stay with a woman who has chronic disease. Is that what you're saying? So Didi says, I think women are more apt to stay than men. So is just to confirm what you're saying, are you saying yes? Okay. So Didi says she think women will stay in a relationship with a man who's suffering from chronic disease or chronic health issues more so than a man will stay with a woman who has chronic issues. Is that true? Fellas, chime in. What do you say? Dre, what do you say? Do you think we would stay? Are we more apt to stay with a woman who has chronic issues, or do women have a point? Lauren says, I have health issues. I'm thankful I have a special friend. Okay, all right. And I'm assuming he already knows about your chronic health issues, and he's good. He's okay with it, right? Well, you ain't gonna deal with nothing less. So I already know what the answer is to that, cuz my auntie cousin. But Dre, I need the fellas to chime in. What do you think? What do you say? Do you think that we would stay and be in a relationship, stay longer? I guess I don't know. I guess for me, it really just like I remember one time there was I might have been single at the time. This was some years ago. There was a young lady I knew. She liked me, and I think she was suffering from a bit of cancer, and I just like um I couldn't bring myself to try to even do anything beyond just be her friend. You know what I'm saying? And I knew she wanted more, but I just couldn't bring myself. And we we said, had drinks, had conversation, talked or whatever, but I couldn't bring myself to allow myself to make her. And maybe, looking back on it, I was like, damn, that could have been a little bit of a glimmer of because I'm gonna just assume, I don't know, because we never talked about it and I didn't want to get into it with her about that. But I don't know if what she was going through, if it was terminal. I mean, she did end up passing away, so I don't know. But I look back on it, should I have opened that door a little bit for that? Could have gave her some sense of satisfaction. I don't know, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But we were friends until her passing. And I just couldn't bring myself to do that. I couldn't. But that was good, bad, or indifferent. But I just couldn't bring myself to do that. Let's see. Didi says, I have a friend that had cancer, and her husband told her son to come get his mama because he could not do it. Oh my God. Oh wow. Like, there's a special place in hell for people like that. Like, damn, come on, man. Come on. Like, really? Wow. And I guess, like, I don't know. Like, that's just, I don't know. That's bold. I mean, I feel like I know it's a sad subject, but I just feel like it's something that definitely needs to be talked about, because you just never know when you might be faced with this. And maybe not on a level, because I think most of us at an age where we're not necessarily dating, we're probably already in committed long-term relationships. But that is a lot to ask. But again, if you're already in a relationship, to do what you said he did, to tell her son to come get his mama, like, oh man, that's a lot. Like, that's a special place in hell for somebody like that, for real. Like, really, man, I don't know about that one. That wasn't right, for real. So yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up. That's messed up for sure. That was messed up. All right, let's do a couple more from the game. Let's kind of break this up a little bit. But I do want to see. And we'll talk about it later. All right, we'll talk about it later. All right. Here's one from the game. I just mentioned this. I just said we celebrate this, and we pay special attention to our elderly that are still with us, and we pay homage to them. What is this holiday called? Didi said, yeah, I wanted to put his he wanted to put his dick in the dirt. I bet you did. Show crazy butt. Okay, so what is this holiday called? Me and my family celebrate this instead of celebrating the 4th of July. What is this called? What is this holiday called? And they just signed it into law. It's our holiday. Our holiday. What is this holiday called? Let's see. Juneteenth. That's right, Pooh. That's right, Pooh. You come on here already winning. Pooh said, yes, of course. My career has been in healthcare, has been in the healthcare field. So I'm used to caring for people. Also, one day the shoe could be on the other foot and I may need someone. For sure. Absolutely. Let's see, my brother on the line. What up, Seaweed? I wonder what she did to him before her illness. Okay. Interesting question. Oh, what's up, sis? Angie B in the building. I've been trying to get now. Oh, this might see. I wish we was talking about something totally different. I got Dee Dee and Angie on here. Now I just need Stacy. Okay, Dee Dee says, should it matter what happened? Angie said I'm in Florida, turning up for my birthday. All right, happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday. Okay, so Marlon asked to pose the question. He wonders what the wife did to the husband prior to, and Dee Dee says, should it matter? He said, obviously it did. Well, I don't know, bruh. Like she had cancer. He told her son to come get it. Well, let me say this. I don't know. I don't know. Like if their relationship was tumultuous before the cancer, maybe. But then he hung it. He stayed with her. So, all right. So here's the next one. This is one word. Start with an S. You can use this to cook with. You might find it in a lot of Asian dishes. And sometimes you can get it mild. It just depends on what you like. What is this called? What is this called? One word, start with an S. You can get it mild. You can get it somewhat mild. What is this called? Pooh says through sickness and in health, right? Yeah, through sickness and in health. Right? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. But people don't always honor those vows. People get real selfish. Not so, she say soy sauce. One word, Angie. One word. She says soy sauce. What is this? No, it ain't shrimp. It's one word. You can get it. You can get it mild. And yeah, Angie over there sipping, right? What is this word called? The cocktail sauce. No, Pooh, it's not that. It's one word. Come on, y'all. So let me see. Somebody got it. Rice. No, it's spicy. It's spicy. All right, here's the next one. This is two words. Michael Jordan had it. It's what somebody would tell somebody when they dunk. They have this. How much? So if somebody jumped from the free throw line, you would say how much they had. How much of this did they have? No, it ain't sushi. It's over with. Sis BNGB, it's over with. What is this they call? What is this called? It's two words. If somebody jumped from the free throw line, what would this be called? Two words, Dee Dee. Two words. I know we went to the same high school. You know better. Two words. What would this call? Somebody jumped from the free throw line. I'm trying to think of one other clues I can give y'all with this. Slam dunk. Nope. But you close. You close, Pooh. You close. Nope. Nope. It's not slam dunk. It is two words, but it's not slam dunk. What would it be called when a person can kind of fly through the air to dunk the ball? What is this called? Now, it's not a free throw. If somebody is in the air for a long period, what is that called? What do we call that? Come on, y'all. And yes, two people that said free throw. It's not a free throw. It's called hang time. Hang time. Oh my God. I know I gave some lit clues on that one. Y'all should have got that. Okay, here we go. This is one word. Didi, one word. Starts with an S. And it's a term for what you say, Pooh Marlon? Why the hell you didn't help us out? Right. Okay, this is one word, starts with an S. It's a phrase we use when something is good. We be like, that was. So it's one word, and it also is another word for, say, if you gave somebody the back of your hand. What is it called? Slamming, not slamming, slapping. There you go, Didi. There you go, slapping. Oh, yeah, all right, Angie. It's slapping. It's slapping. It's slapping. So, for those of you who are just tuning in, go ahead and put hashtag I'm outside. Let's argue. Whether you're tuning in for Facebook or YouTube. Let's see here. Wood, what up, Wood? Thank you for tuning in. Wood says I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis over 20 years ago. Me and my wife wasn't familiar with MS. The doctor told us to prepare to be bedridden. The first thing my wife said is, "I got us." I'm still pimping, limping. We're still together. 33 years this year. She has been my rock and support. Wifey, the truth. Fuck them. There you go. You know what? Absolutely. And I remember, Bill, when you came on my show, Black Marriage Chronicles, and we kind of touched on that a little bit, and you tried to give your wife an out, and she looked at you like you was crazy. She was like, "I'm in this thing 10 toes down. That's what's up." Yes. Yeah, your wife is definitely a trooper, bro, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. And y'all gotta, I love y'all relationship. I really do. But today's topic is, can you date someone who has chronic health issues? Would you date someone that has chronic health issues? And I think Pooh said something earlier. The shoe could be on the other foot at some point, because we all gonna get older, and most everybody on here, I know y'all in y'all 50s are getting close to it. So y'all there. Y'all already started feeling the aches and pains. I don't have no knee issues yet, but I definitely starting to feel it in my left hip, and I don't know where that came from, for real. So Angie said, of course. So you saying, of course, you could date someone with chronic health condition? You could date them. Is that what you're saying? Of course you could. So yeah, but it's not bad enough where I can't. But what's so crazy is I've been starting to feel it in my hip, but when I get the movement, I don't feel it no more. It's only when I'm sitting down and relaxed I start feeling it. Okay, cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. You can be in a committed, serious relationship with someone, and you found out they had some chronic health issues. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's see. Yeah, what you say, cuz, keep living. Exactly. I know. We right. Keep living, because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh man, I still, yeah. I'm like, I need my hip, my back too. So yeah, man, I was like, what the freak is this? But yeah, so yeah, but no knee issues. Thank God about that. I did inherit my mama bad feet though. I did inherit my mama bad feet. Joyce left me with that for sure. But so that's good to know. Like, it's really, like I said, I know this wasn't one of those fun topics, and they're not gonna always be like that. But I appreciate everybody coming on, giving their perspective. Shout out to Bill. Definitely appreciate you coming on and saying what you said. That was, you living it right now. You're actually living in it, and that's good to get your perspective on somebody who's actually in it. Like I said, when interviewing you and your wife, and we did touch on that a little bit, and both of you was very forthcoming. I know that was a moment on the show that kind of got everybody kind of choked up, but that's big. Y'all give a new meaning to "Death Do You Part." That's good. I'm definitely happy for y'all, and super I don't know if I'm saying proud, but glad you got the wife that you have, bro. For sure. I'm definitely glad you have the wife that you have. All right, so we're gonna do a couple more from the game before we close things out. Again, I appreciate everybody coming on. Ride or die, 100%. You right about that, bro. Okay, let's do a couple more from the game. Now, this is a game. This one word, Didi, one word. Let's see, Laura. My cousin said the older you get, you're going to have all kinds of ailments. You're right. The one thing that I was really big on is that I remember watching my grandmother and a couple of my aunts. Like, I didn't want to have a nightstand full of medications. I do have a nightstand that got a bunch of pill bottles on it, but they're mostly vitamins and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things I didn't want to be burdened with, where I'm going to have a bunch of medications, blood pressure, a pill for this, a pill for that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that. So, and I'm doing pretty good where I'm not having to take any pills for any conditions, So all of the pills that are on my, with the exception of the one that I take for my ulcerative colitis, which I really haven't had to take a whole lot of that because I would drink aloe vera juice, but it's all just vitamins. It's all just vitamins. All right. So anyway, let's get to the game real quick. This is one word, Didi, one word, Angie, one word. This is something you might play at a friend's house, and if you renege, you're going to get cussed the fuck out. What is this game called? And you cannot renege when you play this game. What is this game called? It's played in every black household. Spades. That's where it was. All right. This is a famous basketball player. He played for a couple different teams. Yep, spades, Didi. Spades is the game. Spades is the game. He played for a couple different teams. People used to call him, he was just searching for a championship. Famous basketball player. He going a little bald in the top two. He should just go in and cut it all off. He actually waiting on his son to come into the league so he can play with him. What is the name of this game? I mean, this player. What is the name of this player? Well, y'all, this is a speed round. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What is the name of this player? LeBron James. You spelled his name wrong, Pooh, but you got it right. I got what you were saying. All right. This is, bro, you should get this one because this was your, it was Brian. So, Ice Cube made a song about this creamy substance when he dissed NWA, when he left NWA. Sometimes you can use it on your elbows, put it on your knees, you put it on your hair. It's all purpose. I remember my mom used to put it on our face before we went outside in the cold. What is this called? No, it ain't Karl Malone. What is this called? Right, Pooh. Bye, Marlon. Karl Malone. No Vaseline. Exactly. That was the name of the. I knew you was gonna get that one, bro. Vaseline. All right. So this is a type of university dedicated to the education of Black people. What is this called? What is this called? This is a university that is dedicated to the education, specifically dedicated to the education of our people, Black people. What is this place called? Yep, Vaseline. That was the answer. Y'all got it right. So everybody who got it right, I want you to put hashtag Black Car Kept. Prince. Bro, for real. HBCUs. Thanks, Billy. Thank you. Thank you. He said prison. Boy, you a fool. HBCUs. Right. All right. I needed that laugh. Yeah. Thank you, Pooh. Tell him to go to bed. He talking about prison. All right, y'all. This, like Vaseline, is something that you would put on your hair to give it a nice little glow. What is this called? It's 2 words, Didi. It's 2 words, Angie. 2 words. What is this called? Something that you would put on your hair to give it a little glow. What is it called? Now watch Marlon say Jerry Curl Juice or the pink activator. What is this called? Oil Sheen. All right, Didi. I see you, Didi. All right, sis. Oil Sheen. All right. One word. I knew he was going to say curl activation. One word is something that black folks will tell you they going to do, and it end up taking an hour. What is this called? It's one word. Black folks will say, I'll be back in... They say this, but they end up taking longer than what they say. What is this one word called? One word. What is this called? What is this phrase? A second? No, that's not it. It's another word. Not I'll be back in a second, but I'll be back in a minute. There you go, cuz. Yeah. A minute. Man, I really appreciate y'all coming on here again. I know tonight's subject was a little, it wasn't one of the fun ones that we normally do, but I still think it was worth talking about. I still think it was worth talking about, that we was able to kind of touch on it, and I appreciate everybody's feedback that they offered tonight. Thank you again for tuning in to our episode that we shoot every Thursday live. Let's argue. If you have any topics that you'd like to discuss, say next week, I do have an email address. It is let's argue. I'm outside. Let's argue at gmail.com. I'm outside. Let's argue at gmail.com. Go ahead and drop that if you want to talk about something else next week. Yes. Good night, everybody. I do appreciate you tuning in. I'll see y'all next week. I'm out.